Namaste all the viewers and friends. Today we are continuing the topic that we discussed before, and I'm hopeful that you have watched a previous video on what is the role of women in their health actually. So with that, there are a lot of other topics that we have discussed in our channel. I urge all of you to please go watch them, comment about them, understand what is being discussed, and get back to us if you have any queries. So today, in continuation with our previous topic, we've understood what are the what are the difficulties or what are the health issues that a woman will face in her life cycle stages, from puberty, from menarche to until she reaches her menopause and after that. So today we had to discuss about the what solutions are there, what is the next step. Now we have understood what are the problems that are faced and what is the next step. And I'd start my video with a thought that we need to ponder about, we need to reflect on the basic causative factor, that is the change in our lifestyle, change in our food patterns, the change in the way we are rushing in the life, right? So is it possible that in this particular era where everything is happening so fast, is it possible that we cannot be like that? Can we comfortably sit at home, not work, and can we really not get into this competitive world? Is it possible? If a lot of people have asked me that question, but I feel that life is all about bringing a state of balance, right? Externally we tend to bring that balance. In the same way, internally, within our body, within our mind also, we have to somewhere bring that balance. If there is a stressful profession, can we bring about a peaceful home environment? If there is something that is going to one extreme of the from the normal, can we also bring in some joy? If there is sadness, tension, if there is a lot of pressure, can we bring in moments of joy, moments of peace, moments of where we are satisfied with what we are doing? If there is stagnation in one way, can we bring movement? If we have a sedentary work pattern, can we bring in some physical activity, right? So this is the way that we have to see how we can bring in that balance in our life, bring in that balance in our thinking pattern, in our food habits. A lot of people ask, okay, can you really eat only healthy food these days? Can you really not eat whatever is attractive out there? Maybe not. For a lot of people, they are attracted and that's why they want to eat something that is looking colorful, looking very attractive, which might be or might not be healthy. But if you are eating that one day, can you not eat anything the other day? Can you go into fasting? Can you go into minimal, basic, simple food pattern? That is how I think we have to bring in that balance in our in our entire lifestyle. So what are the therapies that are supportive in bringing this balance? If there is stress, how do you bring in that mental relaxation? If there is hormonal imbalance in the body, how do you bring that balance within the body? So there are a lot of therapies that we are going ahead with. But one major step that we're taking is that we're expecting a faster relief. Today I've diagnosed with some hormonal imbalance. I want it to be corrected in next 1 week, next 1 month. This imbalance has developed over years, over many years, many months. So getting it into balance will also take enough time, and it is always better if we give it that time rather than again rush in the treatment process. Okay, many a times medicines are necessary. That rush is necessary. When you don't have time, that rush is necessary. But assuming that I do not have time is what I think we all are doing these days. So let me not again go into what is right and what is wrong. Let me only talk about what are the supportive therapies. So first and foremost, I'll talk about acupuncture. how it helps in bringing your health into balanced state. Acupuncture mainly brings, like we've discussed in all our videos before, brings about energy balance. So in the modern terms, it brings about a state of homeostasis. If there is hormonal imbalance, it tries to bring about some balance within the endocrine system, within the hormones. If there is disturbance between the sympathetic and parasympathetic reactions or response of the body because of the stress, it tries to balance the sympathetic and parasympathetic system. So if there is a lot of inflammation, it tries to bring down inflammation and promote healing, right? So this way, acupuncture induces a state of mental calmness as well as physical balance. Both of it is achieved with acupuncture. And like I said, these are supportive therapies. They will be very effective only if you change your lifestyle. If you take that decision and start changing your life pattern, then these therapies are very supportive. So what is the next thing that you can get into? Yoga, of course. Yoga is, like we have discussed, it's all about awareness. So awareness of your thoughts, your choices, the words that you use, the food that you eat, the web series that you watch, probably the kind of work that you want to take into. You are basically, with yoga practice, becoming aware of all of this. So yoga is going to help you with building your awareness, and at that point of time you will also change whatever is, whatever is not necessary, you will be able to shift to whatever is necessary. So if there's a rush of thought, it is not necessary, so let me calm down my mind. If there is stagnation, if there is no movement, if there is sedentary lifestyle, let me move about. So yoga with asanas, with pranayama, with just relaxation techniques and meditation, it is going to help you with awareness and again bringing that state of balance, right? So food, we have spoken about food a lot, what food you have to eat, and you have to watch our video on nutrition. That is very much important, giving a lot of points on how you should approach your food and what you should do with your food and nutrition. So I will not dig into that topic because a separate video is made on that. So what other therapies are there? These therapies, like I said, you can get into Ayurveda, you can start with homeopathy. All of these are helpful. Like I said, again I'm going to repeat it, is only when you change your lifestyle. So bring about balance in your physical activity, in your thought process, in your food habits, in your sleeping pattern, and then you will see all of these changes. Women who are facing difficulty to conceive, people with infertility, they will start to see results from it. They'll be able to, if it's endometrial thickness that's a problem, then the thickness will improve. If there is a hormonal imbalance like cysts in the ovary, polycystic ovarian disease, the cyst will start to reduce. So that way, in all the stages, life cycle stages of a woman, from puberty to menopause, all the imbalances can be taken care of with these supportive therapies. So I urge all the women out there to slow down. Of course, be that strong, competitive, and that rush factor in you is definitely going to be there. But at the same time, slow down, bring yourselves into a state of balance and harmony, so that your body and mind, your health, and every aspect of your life, your social life, your family life, your personal life, your spiritual life, every aspect and component of your life can get into a state of balance. So with this, I think we've discussed what issues are faced, what are the causes for it, how it is coming up, and what are the solutions for it as well, right? Thank you very much and have a great day.